Hey, it's Coolio. If you don't know, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Maj'Eyal. Last time we completed the first two dungeons for our elf person Maj'Eyal Dante here, and then tried to visit Zyger and got less than a warm reception. So I think we're actually going to have to pass their so-called test if we want them to talk to us at all. I've never actually gone through that thing before. I don't think, anyway. Maybe one time. I don't really remember. But, well, it's gonna happen this time. Because I can. So, pretty much the natural progression is once you've done the first elf quests, then you would do the first humanish quests. And the first one is the Trollmire, which is considerably different than I'm used to seeing because I end up usually doing the Trollmire first. And tell you one thing, this looks a lot more mire-y than usual. Oh geez, didn't see you there. I will say this, most of the dungeons in this game do have an alternate form. If if you're in a certain dungeon first, then it will always have his basic form. But yeah, some dungeons do have alternate forms. This is the alternate form of the Trollmire, which is a lot more humid. Let's see what we can find here. No. Yeah, I'm kind of reluctant about using Auto Explore because I don't want the game to put me in a situation where I'm going to drown. Now that's kind of a thing in this game. Even if you're standing at about 2 inches of water, you can still drown. Kinda silly, but that's how the game is programmed. Sometimes you don't even know you're standing in water, and it turns out that yes, you were, and you're dead now. Kind of like leaving some of the area untraveled here because any items that are still on the ground when you leave an area will be removed, so you can't come back and get them. Still, I will keep on moving. You have pretty good gear anyway. It's like no escort again. Nothing too out of the ordinary so far. Oh, what's this? It's another building. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. There is water here, but you wouldn't really be able to tell that there is water there unless you're looking intently. Just a tiny little slit, and you can drown in it. Uh, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Nothing in there, nothing in there. What's behind door number 2? Well, it's sealed. And this is kind of misleading. This door is sealed, which usually means there's something really powerful behind it. No, there really isn't. This guy is level 6, and we're level 7, so really no contention at all. Now this roguelike is pretty generous, let's say. Um, there are some other roguelikes where if you go in the water, you have a chance of losing equipment, losing items, having them rust or otherwise become useless. And that is certainly not the case with Tome. In fact, this roguelike doesn't even have you worry about food. Huh. I'm not sure where the path to the next... Oh, it is. It is there. It's behind the tree. Thanks, game. Behind the tree. Alright. So I don't know if, Oh goodness. What the hell was that? I am not sure. Uses Aura of Silence. That's probably it. What the heck is that? Bloated ooze? I am seeing some things that I don't ever remember seeing in this game. It's all because of you, viewers. It's all because I'm playing this for you. Also, I'm not sure why I wasn't drowning there. I was clearly in the water. Oh. Is this water? It's bog water. I don't know how that differs, but I don't appear to be drowning, so I mean, that's a good thing. Maybe I can auto-explore without too much worry. And there's our buddy Shax the Slimy. Oh. Well, in any case, he is the boss of the area. I'm more used to fighting Prax, but I don't see that there's going to be much of a difference, if at all. And let's disengage. Get rid of these guys. Oh, something coming at us from behind here. Trying to move out of the way. Ah, dang it. I pressed the button for switching weapons. Let us increase our power. By the power. And there we go. So we found the Silk Current. This deep blue road flows and ripples as if pushed by an invisible tide. The mighty Earl. This girl is enchanted with mighty wars against expanding girth. Whatever the source of its wondrous strength, it will prove of great aid in the transport of awkward burdens. The eel skin armor. This armor seems to have been patched together from many eels. Yuck. And the path to this secret area for this, which we have seen before. Go ahead and explore the rest of this area here, since we don't seem to be in any danger of actually drowning. Wow. There is a unique just kind of sitting out in the open. That's different. Thick venom drips from this mine star. Unfortunately, we cannot use Mind Stars. We can get training for Mind Stars from Zyger. I'm just not particularly interested in it. What just poisoned us? Oh, you did. You know, I don't remember the Venus Flytrap's ability to actively spit poison. Then again, this is the world of Maj'Eyal, so it's not like things have to be analogous to our own world. I don't think there's going to be much else here. Maybe a couple of critters here and there, but there we go. Now, the eel skin armor is going to be really good for us because it has +3 cunning, +2 dexterity, and can call forth a powerful beam of lightning, doing a pretty good chunk of damage. We're going to go ahead and wear that. Sometimes if I don't have any better armor, I'll use a Silk Current, even though it's more for spells and a little bit for melee. It's still pretty alright. I'm not sure if the Mighty Girdle is really that much use for us here. Let me see. So right now we got stealth bonus, but we don't really use stealth as this class. Yeah, let's go ahead and put on the Mighty Girdle. We don't have anything in that slot, so let's put on the pickaxe. You can dig without equipping the pickaxe as long as it's in your inventory. But if you actually equip it, you usually get some sort of bonus. You can go ahead and throw the rest away. Some casharoo. I don't usually come here. As mentioned, I usually play as classes that do the Trollmire first, which makes the Trollmire a lot easier. So I don't know how the fight with Bill the Stone Troll is gonna go. But we're gonna find out, because he's right there. Back up a space here. And why is aim not on? Sorry about that, hit the microphone. And get rid of both of these guys, and then another one comes behind. Okay, suppress pain, and then lay into him. As many arrows and arrow-related things as I can muster. And there we go. That wasn't so hard. And we got Bill's tree trunk. This is a big, nasty-looking tree trunk that Bill the Troll used as a weapon. It could still serve this purpose should you be strong enough to wield it. I don't think we are. Oh, we are. Still, it's not usually the type of thing that that I'll usually use. So yeah, we're going to be getting rid of that in the transmog box. Grab our various pieces of treasure. And let's recall out of here. I got a steel ring of tenacity. I like that. Okay, we got 2 slots for rings. I don't think this is gonna be better than what we got. It's less capacity, less travel speed. What does it have? Has burst of 8 physical on radius 2 on crit. And a slightly better... a slight accuracy bonus. Really not worth it. At all. Oh, dexterity. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Constitution is alright, but dexterity is gonna be a lot more important as playing with physical range class like an archer. Okay, let's go visit the ruins of Corpool. Also, I realize I've forgotten to set a timer, so... before we delve into this, let me check my time on the recording daily. Okay. Hopefully that didn't screw anything up. It has allowed me to confirm that I am indeed recording. Yeah, gonna have to get out of here. And then I'm gonna zap you all. Kill one of you. Kill another one. There we go. Threat neutralized. Once again, waiting for the Rod of Recall, because this game is silly. Also not really running into any escorts. Oh. I don't think I've read this. So I shall read this to you now. Damn that Zemeckis. Damn his insane experiments. Why in the blackest night did I ever agree to take part in them? Oh yeah, because I was broke. Bah. I think I might have considered things differently had I known how to be transported without my clothes, though. Imagine my embarrassment turning up in a foreign land with my unmentionables on display. Thankfully, I managed to borrow a robe from a friendly farmer and did some work for him to earn enough gold for a bit of food, a journal, and a rusty old sword. When I heard there were ruins filled with undead nearby, I knew my calling had come, so here I am, mighty Sun Paladin Telthar, to prove my strength in these foreign lands of the West. But all I've found so far is rats. I hate rats. Rats. Why did it have to be rats? Oh, hi. There's something invisible here. Invisible things are kind of a weird thing in this game. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't, sometimes you can target them, sometimes you can't. Get rid of that guy because he's summoning dudes. These rich flame spitters only come out if they are summoned. Another journal page. Aha! I have found the accursed undead that plague this nefarious dungeon. The skeletal fool was thankfully no match for me. I suppose it helped that he had no arms. I found myself an old shield that, in spite of a few dents, seems serviceable enough. Some of these rats are big, and giving them a strong bash with the shield helps to stop their poisonous bites before I get my sword to their necks. I also found a few gems. I may have to hunt round for more. Not out of any personal greed, of course, but my noble quest requires that I gather resources to defeat the great evils in this land and back home. Diamonds are my favorite, so sparkly. It seems he gets distracted by the slightest thing. Oh, Telfar. What end has been wrought upon you? I'm gonna say this much. Most of the Most of the journal entries that we find, either the guys are dead or evil. This is, of course, not exclusive. Some of them are alive and on the good side. Now, I gotta watch out because there is always a trap in this configuration. But as we have 3 points in heightened senses, we should be able to disarm it. Actually, since we're on the screen, we may as well level up. That'd be a good idea. I tend to level up in bulk. This doesn't necessarily end up being a good thing, but still. And now, our reload rate has been increased by 2, which means that we reload 3 arrows per idle turn. Let's see. Let's put a point in that. I like my passives. It's level 16, so... And another point in this. This will only reduce the cooldown, but... I'll still put a point in that. Because you never know. Also, I don't have a whole lot of things to put points in. These two are really just for melee, and... well... accuracy is good, actually. I'm gonna put a point in my accuracy here. There we go. Took a couple of shots, but I disarmed the trap, and I didn't get hurt. In this configuration, there is usually one door that has no enemy behind it. And the other 3 do. We also found the Eye of Summer, which is actually part of a set. There's also an Eye of Winter. This Mind Star glows with bright warm light, but seems somehow incomplete. So there's an Eye of Summer and an Eye of Winter. And of course, as with any game, like RPG type thing, with set items, they will get more powerful if you can put the entire set together. Now the thing is, we can't use Mind Stars, and I'm not going to train into them, so this is really just good for a few extra gold. Oh well. Now, is there anything that I want? Nah. We're good. Gonna cash that in. And get some paper. Give me that paper! As some would say. Yes, I know I occasionally copy other people. What of it? This is not the usual method for me. Oh hi. Oh hi, journal. No, no more Tommy Wiseau. Just simply not. Corpool. When the farmer told me what this place was called, it reminded me of something, and I think it's coming back to me now. My mother used to tell me a story about our ancestors, how they fled by ship to escape the grasp of an evil sorcerer who dominated the lands. The sorcerer was a vile necromancer who took advantage of the destruction from the spell blazing the cataclysm to create huge armies of the undead. The people fought against him time and time again, but though he would be defeated, he would still come back, sometimes after hundreds of years. And that sorcerer's name was Corpool. Probably just a coincidence. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Get rid of you before you start attacking. A thing to note about ranged attacks. They do take some time to get to their targets, so sometimes you can actually fire off at the space in front of your intended target, and it'll hit them anyway if they move toward you. Doesn't always work, but it's usually worth a shot if you don't have any better things to shoot at. This place is infested. I've found a lot of skeletons now, and unfortunately most of them have borne a full set of limbs. However, my holy quest cannot be denied. Plus I got a really great sword off of one of the blighters. I can chop anything up easily now. The skeletal mages might have been a night-born nuisance, but I've found a new weapon to use against them, a phase door rune. As soon as I catch sight of one of the robed wretches, I activate my rune and boom, I'm away. It's not fleeing, it's just tactical repositioning. Oh, I actually got a bag of money there. This was worth 2.3 gold. I killed a couple of targets with that tactical move. I don't know if I've explained chests yet. Oh yeah, I have. I think we've run into one chest so far, and it turned out to be just a chest. I'm still going to leave chests for last, because they're not necessarily just a chest. Now make sure that everything is cleared out, so that we don't end up in a rather trying situation. Well, you'll see in a moment. And probably nothing there. Yeah, just a little dead ends here and there. Okay. Now we're going after the chest. Really? Just a chest, once again. Pretty much all game I'm getting nothing of what I want to show you and everything that I don't much care about. Ah, that'll give us a point of cunning. 20 points of encumbrance. And telepathy toward demons. I'll lose 3 points of strength there. I'll put it... and there. Our encumbrance maximum is up to 160 now, which is kinda crazy. Come on. There we go. See, as you can see, the arrow is currently en route. So it actually didn't finish traveling on that turn. However, since the skeleton didn't move on that turn, we missed. Ooh, steel greatsword, Borogamnir. Pretty much randomly created artifacts. Draw their names from an internal database, as well as randomly created rares. So sometimes they can have weird names that are kinda hard to pronounce, or just don't sound right to the ear. Now, we got an interesting item with that ring. As you can see, as you saw, rather, it offered telepathy for major and minor demons. What that means is, excuse me, is if there is a demon nearby, then whether or not it's in line of sight, we will be able to see it. Now, I don't know if that works the other way around as well, that they're able to see us through that same telepathy, but it can still come to an advantage. A couple of kills there. And the last journal entry for this area. It's quiet down here, and dark, very dark. I suppose I should have brought a lantern. Our motto is to bring light into dark places, but I guess I should have thought about that in practical terms. I've cleared out pretty much all of this area, and there's not much left to explore beyond this last room. This adventuring stuff is quite lonely, I must say. I guess keeping this journal helps a bit. I miss home a lot. I miss home a lot now. I miss Falia. Maybe I should have said something to her about how I feel, but I guess running it away on an adventure seemed easier. How brave of me. I'm not cut out for this paladin work. Here I am alone in a horrible dark dungeon in an unknown land without a single sound to keep me company beyond the scratchings of my own quill. Except for... Well, I think our friend has met his end by the hand of whatever is on the other side of this wall. This will not happen to us, viewers. We shall be prepared and strike. Now, is he in range? Yes, he is. I'm gonna go ahead and pain suppress and perform a ranged critical strike. That's a good way to start. And that was child's play, honestly. Cores fall, made from the bones of many creatures. The staff glows with power. You can feel its evil presence even from a distance. Ooh. However, it surely must contain arcane forces and must be destroyed. Still no sign of... Hey, it's another item with demon telepathy. It's like ours. Still no sign of any escorts, which is weird. However, the important thing is we're still alive, we've completed 2 more dungeons, and we're ready to take on the rest of Tier 1. And I think I'm just going to cache all of this stuff in, because there's nothing that really stands out as me wanty. Alright. So that is it for the Ruins of Korapul. That is it for the area around Dearth. There is one thing that I want to do in this video, and that is to actually go to Dearth and do the arena. It's always worth doing the arena because you get 2 generic class points by completing it, but you can only do it, I believe, until level 12. So we gotta do this right now, while I have my mind on it, before I forget, because I do tend to forget. I've already read this, so we're just gonna go and skip through. And get the rockin' music. Music? M-U-S-I-T. Music. Music. And yeah, that was pretty much trivial. I usually don't have 4 dungeons done when I go into the arena, so and nothing good there. All right. I'm not gonna bother with the shops right now. I'm gonna build up some more money before we do that. And eventually we'll get back into the world map. There we go. So that's gonna be it for this video. And next time on Let's Play Tome, we're going into these dungeons, being the Scintillating Caves, but first, the Rayloran Camp. So, I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I'll see you guys next time.